Welcome back to today's podcast. And today's episode isn't about growth hacks, algorithms, or overnight wins. It's about what happens when pressure shows up and what that pressure actually reveals. So, because success doesn't announce itself with ease and flow, it shows itself in crisis. And whether you're building a business, you're building a career, or you're simply trying to hold everything together, this conversation is for you. One of the hardest truths that I believe that I've learned, crisis doesn't create someone's character. It actually reveals who that person is. When everything is calm, most things tend to work. When the systems are strained, that's where most people tend to show up as they really are. Now, what crisis tends to reveal is how you make decisions, who you can rely on, what have you actually built, not what you think you built in your mind. And the uncomfortable part, most businesses don't fail because they didn't have a good idea. Most businesses tend to fail because the foundation wasn't strong enough in the first place to carry the pressure. We live in a culture that's obsessed with speed, fast growth, fast results, fast validation. But speed without structure is fragile. Now, the fastest builders often they're the first ones to collapse. Why? Because there's nothing underneath and it can't sustain the weight. I've learned the most important thing, I think, over the last year is clarity tends to beat speed every single time. What clarity is about is that it shows what are you actually building? Who is it for? What season are we actually in at the moment? What can I realistically carry right about? Slowing down isn't a sign of failure. It's often a huge sign of growth and wisdom. Here is another hard lesson that I learned. It's never just the business. Sometimes it was actually the people. The right people don't panic when things get uncomfortable, and they don't disappear when it's time to take accountability. Strong relationships aren't built in success, they're tested in the tension. And this is why I value alignment over popularity, trust over someone's title, and experience over the whole noise. Because when the pressure comes, and for sure it will, it always does, systems crack, but the relationships tend not to. From a faith based perspective, learned something deeply grounded that success isn't about appearing strong, it's about being faithful with what you have in your hands. Stewardship doesn't mean doing everything right, or what it actually means is that you're doing the right things and you're doing them well in that season. So some seasons are about expansion and then other seasons are about reinforcement. And neither are inferior to each other. Pressure doesn't mean that you're failing. Sometimes it means that you're being refined. So here's the top 3 questions that I ask myself, and I'm going to share them with you. What is this season actually asking of me? Is it speed or is it structure? Who is it? Who am I actually building for? Who's going to walk with me when the pressure is on? And what actually needs strengthening before growth continues? You don't need to have everything figured out. Just be honest with yourself. Honesty, alignment, and consistency. So, if this episode resonated with you, take a moment to reflect. You don't need to rush. Sustainable success isn't loud, it's being quiet intentionally and with depth. Thanks for listening, and we'll continue this conversation in the next episode.